Hello everyone, you see the title. Welcome to my show slide video, the 211 Star One SterVens. If you're new to my channel, stop, click the subscribe button right here, and don't forget to click the little bell so you get a video update whenever I post a brand new video. Today I will be talking about the latest episode of Vegetable Talk, and I was talking to one of my co-workers about waste and privilege and why I think it exists. And I was so happy when I see Jada upload this episode. And once again, Jada opened the door to have a conversation. And I will answer the question why I think racism exists at the end of this video. Here, the second recap for the Vegetable Talk. Jada brought 3 different women in 3 different ways to talk about privilege and prejudice. This episode flew very fast and I wanted more. I wanted more of Janita to talk about the Latin experience, and that's why I'm going straight to what I took away from this episode. And the number one thing I took away from this episode was some people think they need a handbook how not to be racist. And the thing I feel like you don't need a handbook. The most important thing is you need to listen. And whenever someone tell you what your action is hurting them, you need to take it in and see how can you do better. And I come across that all the time when I deal with other race, white people, Spanish people, Mexican people. When you tell them you don't appreciate you use the N-word. And one person told me, why are you being sensitive? I'm not being sensitive by the situation. I'm telling you this, I don't feel comfortable you using it. I understand you have a black boyfriend. That has nothing to do with me. Because that's between you and that person. If they allow you to use the N-word and the present, and once again, that's between you and that person. That's between you and your friend. That's between you and your boyfriend. That's between you and your girlfriend. That's a relationship you have. I don't have a relationship with you. I don't know you. And even with my black friend, I don't allow them to use the N-word around me. I don't like them to use it toward me. And you think I'm gonna allow you to use it toward me? And if I'm telling you I'm not comfortable with it, you should listen to me. And that's the most important thing is, the only handbook you need is you listen to somebody, how your action is hurting them, how your action is affecting them. And that's one thing they talk about in the Vegetable Talk. I'm like, wow. They didn't go into that detail, but that's how I felt when I saw it, and that's how I want to explain it in my video. And the second thing is racism among your own race. And I'm gonna start with black. And within the black community, there's racism among the black people. Like some light-skinned black think they are better than the dark-skinned black. In my reality, I'm thinking to myself like, use your common sense, because however, you might think you better, but when the police stop you, they don't see that. They see a black person behind the wheel. So you're still gonna get the unfairness when it's another way. So why are you using that toward your own people? And the other thing is the Spanish people. Like, if you mistakenly call us Mexican or Latin, they get upset. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I understand everybody want an individual. Everybody want to be called by what you are. Like, if your name is John, you want to be called John. If your name is Mike, you want to be Mike. But if somebody mistakenly call you Brad, I don't think you should get upset about it. You should be like, oh no. And I don't think it's part of ignorance when somebody mistake a Spanish person for a Latin, when they mix a Latin person for a Mexican. It's part of them not being educated enough, and they don't know you enough to know exactly what your root is. And let's talk about white people. Some blonde women think they're better than the person that have red hair. The person that have red hair, they think they're better than the person that have dark hair. And I think, again, that's racism among your own race. And the third thing I take away from this video is the black experience. People think, okay, whatever happened in the past, we should leave it in the past. And I agree with it 100%. But the reality is, whatever happened in the past is still influence today's life. And the black experience is, some black mom, they have to worry about their kid not coming home. They have to worry about their husband not coming home. And it's like, how can you not be angry when you see whatever happened in the past is still influenced today? And that's the black experience. When you try to explain to somebody that's not black, they don't understand it. And the thing is not, once again, it's not about you understand it, it's you listen to how I feel, to how those actions that happen in the fact is affecting today life, my today life. And the number 4 thing is I want Janita to talk about more about Latin people being racist. She made the statement and she say people think Latin people cannot be racist, and the thing is, to my surprise, Jada was very surprised. Really? Yes, really. Everybody has some type of racism inside of them, and the thing is, I feel like there's the difference between being racist and there's the difference being privileged and also being prejudiced. And I think racist is like you purposely don't like this individual race just because of something. You would meet a white person and they are racist, and you trying to have a honest conversation with them. You're like, why are you racist? Why don't you like black people? And they will tell you a story. You think to yourself, okay, and the story is my granddaddy or my uncle or my dad have a bad experience with a black person. And you think to yourself, like, have you personally have a bad experience with a black person? And the answer could be yes. But the thing you have to remember, you had a bad experience with a black person. Not me. It had nothing to do with me. With a black person. A black person. Not me. That black person doesn't represent me. And back to Latin people being racist. It exists. Some of them are, some of them not. And the thing, it still has to do, I feel like, because they heard it so much about black people or bad people, and it kind of grew into their head like, oh, this black person is bad. But the thing is, I'm gonna keep asking the same question as a Latin person. Have you had a bad experience with a black person? And if you have, if that black person is me, if it's not me, you cannot carry that anger toward me. And the 5th thing I take away from it, people always ask, like, where do we go from there? And where do we go from there is by having a conversation and allow ourselves to look in the mirror to see a reflection of ourselves. It's like, I live my life by one philosophy: treat people how you want to be treated. If you want people to treat you unfairly, treat other people unfairly. If you want people to give you the respect you deserve, give people the same respect. If you want people not to judge you by your body action, don't judge the other person by somebody else not even related to them, the action. And I think that's it. And like I start this video and I ask a question, why do I think racists exist? I think there is 2 reasons people are racist. The first one to me is fear, and the second one to me is power. Leave your comment below and tell me what you think about what I just said. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me. That's my 2 cents for Word Table Talk. Please support Word Table Talk on Facebook. You might learn something new. It might open your eyes to the reality that was there all along. The more we talk about the problem, the easier it is for us to fix it. And I am out. I will see you on my next Word Table Talk recap. And this is the unfairness. No, I'm not using no damn black card. Whenever you try to have a conversation with somebody, it's like, oh yeah, you're using the black card. What is the black card? Give it to me, because I can't find it. Because if I'm using it and it's not helping me, what's the point of having that damn black card? Thank you for watching another video of mine. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, and share it. I will see you on my next video. Once again, don't forget to subscribe.